Hi everyone, this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing another VOD video. This is actually for Morsnex. And Morsnex is a lovely member of my community that always, comes in, always has something lovely to say, and I always love seeing them. And they've got a VOD review for us today. This is actually the first ever VOD. They play on the Switch, and they're currently in Gold 4. I was playing with my friend, the Kiriko, and I kind of pull out the gun a bit often, and I feel as though I overuse my GA. So I feel as though we're going to be looking at maybe a Mercy that's doing a lot of pistoling, and also is really like using that GA on cooldown basically, instead of like using it when desperately needed to and stuff like that. We are on the Switch, right? And if people don't know me, and obviously you don't know like the history of my content, I actually started playing Overwatch on the Switch. So I know and I feel people's pain when they tell me that they play on the Switch, because I know how horrendous it feels. Because if people don't know, by the way, on the Switch you can only have a max of like 30 FPS, and it's also very clunky, like the whole game itself and everything. So it's not the best console to play on, and I think definitely if you want to get better at Overwatch and stuff like that, I would highly recommend switching off to like a PlayStation or an Xbox. Just has to be like the newest brand and stuff like that. It can literally be like an Xbox One or something like that. I moved up to an Xbox One afterwards. I feel as though if you are looking to climb, to like the Diamond Masters, you want to get up to those high ranks, I think you definitely need a better console than the Switch, sadly. Obviously there's no hating any kind of like Switch playing and stuff like that. It's just there will be a point where your console will limit what you can do, just unfortunately. But yeah, so we got the mage skin on. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm not a massive fan of the mage skin. I'm gonna be really, really honest. Like, it's not one of my faves, but I appreciate it. I know a lot of people like it. But yeah, you guys can get your own VOD reviews. You have 5,000 channel points. I do them on my Twitch on Mondays, but I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too. But yeah, so we'll have a look at the comp. We have ourselves a Sigma, a Kiriko, and then a Genji and a Junkrat. Not the best Mercy comp, however, I do see that the enemy team has a Pharah, so hopefully one of your team will switch to a hit scan in a sec. I would maybe just mainly be my Genji and stuff. Obviously, lovely J already out to the sides and stuff. Lovely heals, obviously, onto your Genji. Okay, I like this rotation, but I think definitely if you want to do this, come up onto this high ground as your rotation, just so you're being a bit safe. Nice, love that. That one should have been a GA up onto this high ground here. So this would have been essentially UGA2, whoever you GA into, and then flick yourself up onto here. It means that you could then be with your Genji a bit quicker, but it also gives you the option to be with these guys rather than just like flying about main, like, a bit aimlessly. Nice, obviously, pocketing your Genji here, though. Love the fixes of damage boost as well. You really, understand all the beams, which is really, really great. Nice damage boost again. Okay, my only thing with you here is try to utilize these high grounds a tiny bit more rather than you just spamming these super jumps and stuff. Because what happens is, especially if you want to play with a Genji, you have to wait for his dash. Then when Genji dashes, you can then just, GA and flick yourself up onto this high ground, so you can still be pocketed with him and be with him. Because right now I could see your GA is on cooldown, so you cannot be with him, which is unfortunate because he really wants to wrap up this kind of helping get rid of all these guys and stuff. So with Genjis, try to utilize your high ground as much as possible, and then look for those Genji dashes before you go in GA, okay? Unfortunately, obviously you just end up getting in. Nice, obviously GA. Love how you use the flip one, by the way, to go up, really nice. But the thing is, I feel like we back out a tiny bit too much here. Like, it's all good, you trying to back out away from this fight as quick as you can. But this could have definitely just been a GA, cancel here. And then it allows you to now be an aggressive with your Sigma and start damage boosting, the rocks and stuff. Nice use of the high ground. Okay, my only, I will say, by the way, I really love when people play high grounds. The only issue with this comp is that they have the Pharah, so it's going to make you very hard to use these high grounds. So it's fine, you can use these high grounds up until this Pharah pressures you, in which case just hop off it and just come and play inside here. Unironically, when you're playing against Pharahs and stuff, it's so much better if you just play inside, around here, or what I mean inside is playing inside open-wise. For example, you don't just be putting yourself into this little window thing here, because obviously it's very easy for the Pharah to come to you. But any kind of indoor open space is good. You can play in here a little bit safer, just so it's what's it called? You're not being taken out by the Pharah and stuff like that. Really nice damage boost though. Really, really great. Lovely going to this high ground. I like this high ground. My only issue is we fall from the high ground for no reason, okay? If you're on the high ground, stay on the high ground. Remember, Oh, what was my little set? I can't... Dude, that's so frustrating. I can't remember what I was saying off my head. If you're safe, don't leave that space. There we are. Got it. So yeah, if you're safe, like literally just play on this area. Like you do not need to move. Oh, your Sigma pushes forward. That's fine. We can rotate up to this high ground and stuff like that. Okay. Remember, if you're safe, keep that space. Nice heals onto Sigma while he's using his grasp. As soon as he's used that grasp, you see that Genji coming in. Literally, once again, use this high ground here and damage boost this Genji here. Just so you can get in that little bit of extra damage, you can still be a little bit more active. Because right now, like, your Genji, I mean, obviously he gets javelin and stuff like that, but it would have been better and probably better pressure if you were with him. Alright? Same thing again where I can see now with your random GAs, right? Remember, if you're safe, don't leave that space. You're GAing yourself down to come back up on yourself. Is this getting you anywhere or getting you any better positioning? No, it's just wasting your GA cooldown, okay? So, you are absolutely fine up here. If you get pressured, you either, like, obviously, like, come into this room if it's, like, from like, this area here, then obviously, you know, you come back into this room. You can also, like, drop down. You can, you know, there's so much more that you can do here. And you just doing this little GA back when you are so safe right now, like, there's nothing wrong. It's just wasting your GA cooldown, okay? But we'll keep going. Can't really help Junk right there, which is unfortunate. We just have to back out a little bit. Nice heals though, obviously onto Sigma. I love your flicks on damage boost. Like, you really understand the damage boost and healing really, really nicely. I really appreciate that. Obviously now with Echo. Echo, obviously, she doesn't like fully counter Pharah, but I think she could deal with Pharah quite well. We need to be helping Sigma here though. Okay. I'm hoping that you communicated this really well with your Kiri. And your Kiri was like, oh yeah, what's it called? I can help the Sigma here. But literally, because what you can do is you can still GA to your Echo and be with your Echo. But as you're going past, be sure to flick your beam onto the Sigma just to make sure he's okay. And then keep going through, okay? But really, really love like following through right now. Lovely damage boost. Lovely positioning. Okay, I'm going to be really, really honest with you, Morsnex, right now, right? Get yourself a different console. Because I can see it in your gameplay right now. The one thing that is limiting you right now is the Switch's capabilities. It is not your capabilities, it's the Switch. Okay? Like, your gameplay already is way above this gold like level. I would say it's probably diamond, sorry, like maybe like plat diamond, okay? Because of how you're positioning, how you're managing your beams right now is really, really great. It's really, really great. I want to switch to Xbox, but I don't have enough money. Morsnex, if you go onto like any kind of like second-hand place, like I don't know if you're from the UK and stuff like that, but I know Cash Converter is a really good one. I got my brother an Xbox from Cash Converters for like 50 quid. And it was like an Xbox One. Like literally, even an Xbox One will be so much better than the Switch right now for you, okay? You will have such better frames and the game will be so much smoother and easier. Yeah, SEX as well is really, really great if you're from the UK and stuff. Obviously, if you're not from the UK, then it might be, you know, you might have to look elsewhere, like whatever your country's thing is. But I know the UK, Cash Converters and SEX as well is really, really great. I'm from Germany. Unfortunately, I could not tell you what's good in like your area. But if you can find a good second-hand place, it doesn't have to be like the newest Xbox. Because I know like the newest Xbox like 250 quid. Not everyone just has 250 quid, just like, what's it called? Lying about basically. So I think definitely look for a second-hand one because I'm already looking at your gameplay and I'm like, the thing that you are struggling with right now is literally the Switch's capabilities. Nice Valks, obviously keep up on the pressure. Sigma's Flux, just a quick thing. Be sure when he lifts it up to flick on that damage boost because with Sigma's Flux you can only damage boost to lift up. He can then obviously, you know, damage like people with like his spheres and stuff while they're in the flux. But then as he's slamming down, you actually cannot damage boost that. So just be sure that you're looking out for when, it's basically when he puts a little whirlpool on the floor, that's kind of like an indicator of like he's nearly going to lift it up. Flick your damage boost on then, and then you can, what's it called? Then you can like start healing him. Just so you get a tiny bit of extra damage boost in because it's a lot of damage, okay? Nice, obviously, you know, damage here though, it's really, really great. Nice heals obviously into Junk, lovely rotation as well. Really, really nice priority. Lovely. Lovely going in aggressive with your Echo here. Lovely heals. Nice. Wait, honestly. Like, you deserve so much more and more sex, honestly, because you, what's it called? You know exactly what you need to do. Apart from that, I did not like that rotation here. This should have been just a backwards GA to get yourself out. Because you super jumping yourself up here is going to make you really easy for the Kiriko to like predict where your head's going to be for the headshots and stuff. So I would definitely like maybe look to do an angled GA to get yourself back out, or like look to like GA yourself up here instead rather than just like the vertical one. But yeah. Mary's what you could damage what not because of your TikToks. Dude, honestly, it took me so long to do them videos as well, but huge that you managed to watch them all and know exactly what you can damage boost. I did basically, people don't know, I did a 4-part series on my TikTok page if you guys are interested. I might remember to link it down below, I might not. Okay, I'm just gonna pause it here because I just want to advertise that. I have a full 4-part series of what you can damage boost for everyone up until, it doesn't include Life Move and Alari because I made it before they came out. But if you're ever wondering on what you can and cannot damage boost for every single hero, it's really, really helpful. But anyways, we keep on going. Because I don't really like how you end up positioning yourself in a second. So, obviously we talked about backwards GA here instead of like, you know, being out of the air. Right, it's this super jump here now. Or I think it's the next one. Yeah, it's the next one. It's this next one, right? Because, once again, you're putting yourself into this LOS of the Kiri, right? Literally, all you need to do at this very moment in time is do a directional GA, cancel it and do a bunny hop and get yourself here. Because then you're putting yourself out of the LOS of the Kiriko, and you're also being really far away from the Pharah. Like, the Pharah has to go past the Echo to try and get you. So literally, just hop yourself around here and just play with your Echo here. Because you end up kind of, you know, being this LOS of the Kiri. And if that Kiri was a higher rank Kiri, she would be able, like, to defeat you, basically. Love how you're committed with the Echo right now, though. Really, really nice. Just as you're doing this, be sure just to keep an eye on your team. Because remember, it's all good helping out with this, like, what's now a 2v2. Like, it's all good helping out with this 2v2. But at the same time, if it looks really winnable on the point, just what's it called? Keep like, you know, keep an eye on them, basically. Just a tiny bit more. Nice. Lovely damage boost. Damage boost, damage boost. Yes! I love it. Oh, I don't like that, though. Just the same thing again with the vertical super jump. Let your GA fly out like as long as it can. If you're then out of beam range, then fling yourself up and forward to your Echo. But if not, then just you can super jump upwards, so you know, to keep your height and stuff. But it's the few little like mini super jumps that you're doing which is really ruining it for you. Love the damage boost. You don't need to heal Sigma there because your Kiri is there to heal it for you. So you could literally just keep the blue beam onto the Echo. Love the GA through. Obviously, same thing again with the super jumps. There's just a few kind of like random super jumps that you do, like literally as proven, right? There's some times where yes, you'll need it to like obviously keep your height and stuff, but the rest of the time, like, you know, just be like using cancel GAs or like play some like better cover and stuff. Okay. Nice. I love your position here. Okay. I like this position over the roofs and playing around, right? Then literally all you have to do is hop into this high ground and then like play with your Echo. Okay? Lovely helping her though. Nice. Okay, this is the one thing that your what's it called? Your the only thing that's letting you down is literally these vertical super jumps. Like, you've done another one here instead of, like, you could have GA'd and then slingshot yourself, like, behind this wall and stuff like that, okay? There are so many other movements options that you could do there to keep up with your Echo, rather than, like, just doing this vertical super jump and, like, oh no, she's dead. Okay, right? We want to, because obviously she's committed in, because obviously, you know, the Mercy's gone and stuff like that, so it's like a really good opportunity for us to be aggressive. Be aggressive with her and use these more like kind of directional J's by jumping and like flicking about and stuff like that. Obviously, it is probably a little bit harder to do on the Switch with the frame rate and stuff to, you know, to get it like at the right frame to be able to get it like where you want to go and everything. Obviously, it's so much different, like, because I play like 120 now, so it's like I could just, you know, go wherever I want to and it's all like really smooth and everything. So I can imagine how like clunky it is on the Switch, like to try and get it. But I think definitely if you can, try to do these like jumps, directional ones instead, okay? Let's see, obviously we're heading back. Nice, obviously damage boost onto the Junkrat. Nice, I would go into go help Sigma here though. Nice. That should have been more of like a directional G in and out rather than a super jump up. Because you super jumping up is going to block the LOS of where the Sigma was. So this should have just been, what's it called? This should have just been a directional G8 in and out. Just go and help him. Oh, okay. Okay, go on. Go on. Okay. Oh, okay. Do you see what I mean? How the Kiriko could just hit 2 headshots on you whenever you're like doing in a straight line. Let me quickly rewind back because I want to like, you know, look at how like I feel as if we get a little bit tunnel visioned with like trying to get her. Right, let's quickly go back. So this is completely fine doing it right now, okay? At this point, yeah, sure, okay, Vicina again. Now at this point, leave it. Because as soon as you walk in like this, she's just gonna go bam bam, like how she did, bam bam, you're dead, right? Because you are just gonna walk in a straight line in front of her, and it makes you so easy like to track. At this point, okay, she's gone now, right? You can go and help Junkrat with a spam to try and like get rid of the Mercy, so you can like GA in and then come up to here. You know it's safe up here because you've just got rid of like the Junkrat and the main stuff. So you can 100% just GA yourself up onto this high ground here and just play on here and damage boost your Junkrat. You can also obviously stay maybe your Sigma, but remember your Kiri's here as well. So literally what I would do is, okay, she's gone there, that's fine. Put the pistol away, GA over to your Junkrat, flick up here with the damage boost, and then just play really aggressive with him, okay? My friend died to her as well. Hold on, I want to see her. Oh, did she lose the Kiri 1v1? Oh, she lost the Kiri 1v1. The Kiri kind of carried that though, not gonna lie. But yeah, obviously with Kiri's like try not just to walk directly in a straight line towards them. Like if you have to, try to like crouch spam and stuff. Obviously it's like if you have to, not like, oh, I'm gonna go and Glocker kind of thing. Because it will obviously alter where your head hitbox is. And the way that obviously Kiri gets the most of her damage is through obviously shooting headshots. I like this Valk. Ooh, okay. Ooh, I want to see what you're gonna do. Okay. Okay. Let me quickly rewind it because I want to start with the start of this Valk. I love this Valk because obviously you're trying to mitigate kind of the Kiriko ultimate by like obviously counter like Valking it, which obviously allows your team to still apply this pressure, which is really, really great. I love this. I love how you notice Echo wants to go in aggressively, okay? However, with this Junkrat, he is dead. Okay? Let him go and die. Do his thing, okay? Now, we are very tunnel visioned onto this res. We do not want to be, because what could happen is we could go for this res and everyone else falls over. So, I think it would be better in this scenario is just to play with these guys and be aggressive. Your Orisa has just used her copy ultimate, right? So she's going to get her ultimate really, really quickly. I would say commit in with your Echo ultimate right now and just allow her to get her Echo, like, you know, the Orisa ult really, really quickly, because it will really, like, you know, it will help force out this point. Because what could happen is, obviously, she could, like, just walk to point, and then, obviously, she's got your damage boost as well. She could just be firing at people, and then, obviously, people have to contest when it gets to here. Oh, wait, I've got my Orisa ult. And then, obviously, she's got to, you know, she'll, like, spin around like this and do whatever she does, and then, bam, like, you know, people are dead, right? Think of, like, the bigger picture in this scenario, and think to yourself, is rezzing my Junkrat right now going to be worth it when we're using the Echo ultimate? I don't think so. I feel as though it would be better if we stayed and we just stayed with the Orisa here, okay? Obviously, we do end up kind of... Oh, go on, go on. Nice aim. Okay. Okay, the aim was good on the Junkrat. However, I feel as we're getting a little bit too trigger happy here. And we're getting picked off again, okay? Remember, okay, we've learned from our first mistake. Maybe it's about like 90% of the time. It was good on the Junkrat, do not get me wrong. But then after that, leave it. Go back to your team, okay? Because we already know this Kiriko is good, especially because she just hit like 2 insta headshots on you earlier, right? So, we stay with Orisa. We play with Orisa ult. We play with Orisa and let her be aggressive here. Obviously, we end up getting the Junkrat, completely fine, right? Literally, you see how your your Echo's using the ultimate? You now need to GA in and now go and help your team and damage boost in. So I have just someone say that the opinion is that the Kiri Glot distracted her, so I think it's an alright play. It's an okay play, like it's a play, right? But I would actually, in my opinion, going to help your team right now is so much more valuable than helping this Kiri and the Mercy, right? Because the 2 are down, and obviously we got the Orisa ult. The Orisa ult, especially if you were still with the Echo, damage boosted would have killed the Kiri and killed the Mercy. We have to think of like the bigger picture about how we can be effective here, because bear in mind as well, this entire time this Kiri could have hit us with 2 headshots completely. Like, we should have essentially just been with the team here and helping these guys out. Leaves it with 2 supports, and these 2 supports going to be able to, like, you know, to do everything for the team here. No, absolutely not. So we need to be going with the team here and helping them out instead of just staying here trying to 1v1 and then getting ourselves killed. Because it's the tire that actually ends up killing them both. So they end up, what's it called? They end up capping it all, which is all great and everything, but I think definitely we should have been with our team more rather than getting the Glock out there. But we'll keep going. So we're just heading back to point. Just be sure, if you can, like, to let your team know that you're not there so your echo doesn't go in, like, you know, really aggressively and stuff. Because you don't want your echo just be going in and then realize, oh, you're still not here. So you can use, like, the group up command to try and help that. This should have not been a G upwards, by the way. It should have been a slingshot across. Just so you're not in the LOS main, which is what you've done now. We just need 2 stops rather than 1. Okay, we're not going to win this 1v1. We need to be with our team here, okay? Do not get me wrong, like, obviously, yeah, the maze contesting, which is, like, you know, a bad thing or stuff like that. But ping it, or, like, if you're in VC, say it to your team, hey, this is where the May is. Because May is the exact same as, like, Kiri, where, like, 2 icicle headshots and you're dead. Or, like, 2 icicles in general and you're dead, okay? Just play forward with your team. Your echo is right now thinking that you're being aggressive with her right now when you're not. Literally, just once again, play with your team here. Because if you're, yeah, you see how your echoes died now? Because we're too busy trying to get this, May. Obviously, nice kill, do not get me wrong. But we've let our team die because of it. Because of one May that's on the point. If this May is over here trying to contest the point, you commit with your team, okay? Because this is now like what's it called? You're up in numbers right now because this May is currently stalling out this point. You do not need to be on the point all the time. The point does not need to move in the entire time. As long as your team wins out this team fight by you committing in with the echo and the Sigma being really aggressive, then that's worth. Then you can go back, get the May, and then start pushing the point. There's absolutely, because what's going to happen is obviously you've gone really tunnel vision on to getting this May, which is, and obviously you've not mentioned to your team, hey, there's a May on point, right? So this is basically the reason why 2 of your teammates now die, and now you're not going to get any cart process whatsoever, any cart progress at all now. Because you're going to have to back out now. Because you've got nobody. Okay? I don't like this res. Nice escape though, do not get me wrong. And then it's this like random super jump again. Right? So essentially it's like, don't get me wrong, like obviously I don't like this res because I just think this is a full on like back out opportunity for us now. Like we just need to back out and reset. Obviously I like how you did end up coming back out. This is really, really great. It's this super jump here that's just not great because this is how you end up taking the chunk of your damage, right? Literally like just J yourself to this cover again, stuff like that. I told the vision so much, I was trying to stop that. I think what might help you out a little bit more is if you try to pan your camera around a little bit more than what you're doing. So do not get me wrong, like your camera panning is like really, really great. Nice heals by the way though. Leave your Kyria to heal this by the way. Remember Sigma has like a gigantic shield that he's just put out. Allow your Kyria to heal it, especially because obviously he's still it's like his shields and his like extra health and stuff like that. Push in with damage boost here. Which is exactly what you've done now, but we need to do it a tiny bit sooner. Ooh, okay. Nice! Oh, dude, that Zuzu saved you. Let me quickly rewind it, okay. At this point, we should be trying to think to ourselves, okay, May hasn't used her ult in a while, and you see her just walking towards you in a second, right? So obviously we turn around to go and help Sigma, which is completely fine. Really, really nice, okay? Helping Sigma, obviously I talked about playing, right. You can see this May now, can't you? There's a bunch of people grouped together. What do you think is going to happen? Blizzard, okay? We now want to save, as soon as we see that May, we want to save our GA, right? So, I would just literally just sit back here. She's gonna use it. We would just be stood here. And this would have been perfect for us. This would have been a perfect scenario for us. Because then at that point, obviously Kiri ends up Zuzuing, which is like really like saving for you and stuff. But we then need to have a look to see, okay, who's not in the Blizzard that we can help. So obviously like, because the issue with Blizzard, right, is if you're trying to just to put a heal beam onto someone and trying to save them, it's not going to save them unless if you physically go in to go and body block some of the damage, which you can do if you have your Valk and stuff like that. I feel like when you're not in Valk, it's a little bit like harder to do, and it's probably like a little bit riskier to do. But like what's gonna happen is essentially this Blizzard's gonna go down, and then whoever's in it is just gonna get like 2-shot icicled by May, and there's nothing you can do about that. You cannot heal them up. You can't because it's just too much damage. So at this point, you now need to basically look at the end of this and just see, okay, who's okay. Oh, my what's it called? My Ashe actually ended up making it out because of the Zuzu. So we can then help the Ashe out. Obviously, like, Echo's just gonna die there, that's fine. But imagine if we're now here to damage boost this Ashe. Obviously, Ashe ends up actually getting frozen right at the end, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, the Ashe would have been here to really pressure out this mate a bit more with the damage boost. And then we would have been here as well to protect her for the end of this frozen bit to help with the soldier in a second, okay? So we just need to basically think to ourselves, okay, when's it, what's it called? Nice res, by the way, using the wall. Oh. Ashes are falling for it, which honestly, I don't think that's really your fault. I feel like the only thing we could do that is maybe just like ping the res just to let people know that we're going for it so people don't go in aggressive. Then at least if you pinged it and then people die, it's like, oh, well, at least I pinged it, you know? Like, you did your job of like pinging it basically, right? But we keep going. Same thing again where we don't want to be super jumping out in this open bit. Same thing again with super jumping out in the open bit. We actually want to be in with Echo here. So I think definitely like GA, what you want to do here is obviously your Echo wants to be in aggressive. I would literally GA in and be aggressive with her. And just play like here. Because it's what's called. It's fine you super jumping around like these columns and stuff like that. Because obviously it gives you like that vertical height that you will need. But super jumping out in the open is your kind of like issue in this bit, okay? But it's obviously, instead of getting your Glock out, by the way, we do need to be obviously, you know, helping other people. Because our Echo ends up falling here. I feel as though we pop Valk for the res and then we realize we cannot res. I would actually hold off. Okay, let me talk about this play in a sec. I'll talk through it. What I would do. Okay, so obviously this is nice damage boost onto the Echo, really nice. Just obviously that damage boost, I would just keep on going in with the Echo right now. Stick with her. Stop spamming that little like super jump when you don't need to. Okay, we can end. So I would literally stay with the team. Stay with the team. Save your Valk for now, okay? Remember, your Echo still has a few more seconds on this res, right? So, literally, all you have to do here is GA yourself out like this. Just play out. Just play out here. Essentially, just, like, play, like, around these, like, covers and stuff like that. Just play safe, play passive for a second. Now pop it. Oh, no, pop it a little bit sooner, basically. Pop it when you know this Echo is nearly, what's it called? Nearly done. Because what's happened is this team has completely forgot about your res now and is like really pushed forward. But everyone's still quite safe because obviously the Kiri's here, everyone's still really full HP. What you do is you pop your Valk late and then you go in and res. Because then what you can do is obviously people will turn around for you, in which case you can quickly like GA yourself out, but stop it about here so you can still help your Echo that should have been like out of the resurrection phase then, and she can then go in aggressive and like, you know, right? We just needed to play that team fight a little bit smarter. Come on. Okay, nice. I love how you put the Glock away. Really good of you. I love this. Okay. So obviously, what's it called? We also can't get the kill, so we put the Glock away and we go away. Beautifully played. Really nice. Love how you then obviously play your cover because of the visor. We rotate around and still use our cover. Really well played this team fight though. I really like this. Obviously, we know Echo, so we know Kiri can help there. That's really like well thought of you. Oh, okay. No, but we want to still help these guys, remember? If we end up getting picked off, it's completely our fault. Nice avoid on the, what's it called? The floor, sorry, the grab even. But once again, it's the same thing where we're being really aggressive with our pistol. We need to trust our team some more because your team is really good in this match, right? Flank around with this Ashe, this is completely fine. But maybe just kind of like stay back here while you're doing so. Okay, and then just literally just stay with her. But obviously be wary of these like kind of like respawns and stuff. So obviously start hugging these like pillars and stuff. And then as soon as you wipe these guys, then rotate back. So I rotate back now. So then you'd be back with your team. And then you'd be ready for this grab. Because what's happening is you end up kind of panicking and then obviously losing a lot of HP. The grab is a lucky dodge. I mean, to be fair, like, it was a really good like super jump away from it all and everything. You'd end up obviously being sucked into it. But in reality, okay, imagine if we positioned ourselves better. Imagine if we were still back here because we backed off when we needed to and then we could play around here. And you wouldn't be in this grab, you wouldn't be in this mess. Literally, we're just being extremely tunnel vision right now on some of these, what's it called? On like the Kiriko and like some other people. When in reality, we can literally just leave it for our, what's it called? We can literally like leave it for our team to deal with and damage boost them, because that will get way more value than you trying to get the Glock out, okay? And that's your main thing, Morsnex. Literally, put that pistol away. Only be trying to use it whenever, like, you know you're gonna get the kill. Like, for example, with the Junkrat, that was a great Glock timing. I feel as though the rest of the Glocks, though, were not necessarily needed. So I think definitely just, you know, hold back on it a little bit if you can. And I think the other thing is your super jump spamming. There's quite a few times where we're just spamming those super jumps when we don't need to, and it's putting us out as like the open and stuff like that when we obviously don't want to be there. And it's also putting our GA on a longer cooldown when we want to be like engaging with the Genji and like the Echo and stuff like that, okay? So I think definitely be a bit more mindful of when we're using our GAs. But that, like, honestly, for this being on the Switch, this is really, really great, okay?
They won't even know what happened.
But anyways, we'll keep going. Obviously, we've got Ashe and Echo again. Ashe and Echo are like two of the best damage boost targets, can I just say? Okay, just a quick thing for starting here, because obviously Sigma does have his barrier, right? Literally just play around here. Because yes, even though Sigma has the barrier, Sigma could just put the barrier away at any point, bam, you're dead from a Widow, okay? Literally just once again, play this cover kind of like back here, because you can't... My kind of key thing is that obviously, there's a certain thing that you have to trust your teammates for. Can you see how we were completely in LOS of that Hanzo? Imagine if that Echo didn't, what's it called? Imagine if that Echo was, didn't pressure the Hanzo. Your head would be off. Your head would be dead. Okay? So we just want to play behind this cover and play there, okay? Can you see how we could just like play it on there and it would have been so much safer for us? And we could have, we didn't need to drop off or anything. Love how we're still looking for Echo, but at the same time, do not tunnel vision it. Because right now, if you keep on walking in this direction, you're going to be LOS of that Hanzo, right? So it's all fine, you know, you having, you know, you wanting to go and like help your Echo, but at the same time, be really mindful of how you're going to help her. I would just jade into the room there because it's a little bit more like safer for you. And then obviously go and play with your Echo now while she dives in. It's the same thing of the super jump spamming. Like we can just, we can just stay on these high grounds really nicely. Literally use them. At the Pharah fall off the map. Hold on, do you want me to have a look? Oh, she's just on it. Let me just quickly have a little bit of spectate. I'm intrigued actually. You may be intrigued as to how the Pharah fell off. Oh, she ran out of boosters. She ran out of her booster jets. That's how. She wanted to basically try and like boost herself back up, but she just didn't. But anyways, obviously as I was saying, like, you know, like, Jay into this room here because it's safer for you. Instead of, once again, if this Hanzo's still bent on boxes, you'll just get picked off. And then just help your Echo be a little bit more aggressive there. And then just obviously stop with this super jump spamming and just stay on these high grounds and stuff, okay? That's fine, obviously playing back here. I would be trying to ping where the Pharah is, because you know where the Pharah is. Try to ping her so then obviously your team know where she is as well. Nice, just obviously same thing, you don't need to be super jumping up here. This isn't getting you any better positioning than you being all the way over here. Your positioning is so much better by just being around here. So just play there. So it seems like the Mercy just DC'd and then came back, which I love. I like how you're positioned now, right? Can I just say this is really, really great. I love this. I love this, right? Okay. Can I just say, by the way, I loved these last like 5 seconds, by the way, how you're playing all this high ground literally like this. Play like that for the majority of the time. Like, I know it's boring and I know it's like not fun, but it's the safest way for you to play. Okay. Now, I love how you mess up the GA and you don't force yourself out in like a random, what's it called? In like a random way. I love how you just cancel it and then just allow yourself just to heal up the Echo when you can. Really, really great. Lovely. Nice. I would actually be looking to kind of like play with my Echo a little bit here. You remember when she, what's it called? Remember when as she like flies up, you know that you want to be aggressive and stuff. So definitely like, you know, help with that aggression when she flies up basically. Nice heals though. Obviously, same again, I would actually be looking to maybe like come in with your Echo here. This literally only has to be like a GA cancel just behind these boxes or something. Just so you can kind of like help out, but I feel as though she's going to end up falling because she's been a tad bit aggressive. You can't res that. Ooh. Nice save. Nice save. Okay. The only thing is that we don't want to res here. Okay. This should absolutely be like, what's it called? Putting alarm bells in your ears right now to be, you know, for this res basically. You have to think to yourself, okay, the Zen is still here, and we're just in, you know, someone coming out from spawn and stuff like that. This is absolutely a no-go. I was screaming when I almost fell. I mean, it was a really good recovery from you, obviously not to fall and everything, but we could have avoided the entire scenario by just playing back and think to ourselves, hey, yeah, the echo's a bit stupid, she overextended. Can I do anything about that? No, not really. So we just play back, okay? Nice, obviously, you know, onto your Ashe. I would actually just be rotating across with a GA down here because obviously your team's backed off now. If your team was still playing like here, I would say yes, use this high ground. You don't really want to be using this high ground now as you're actually kind of frontlining right now. Like you'll make yourself a bit of an obvious target being stood here because of how the team's positioned and your team's positioned now. You actually want to be kind of like rotating, you know, do like a GA with your head flick this way to obviously protect your head hitbox and then play back here basically. I keep tunnel vision a lot, everyone's live, that's why sometimes I'll go for way too many risky reses. Literally, sit back, honestly, Morsnex, sit back and think to yourself, can I res that safely? No, just leave it. Okay? Nice rotation though, obviously back. I would stay on the ground here, because obviously you don't want to be, what's called, you don't want to be peeking anyone mainish here, you want to be kind of like, playing, down on here. Ooh, this was a Valk to save your bad positioning, wasn't it? Like I feel as though you've panicked because you've made a bad rotation, and then you've gone for the Valk. Okay, let's quickly talk about it. So this is like a fine rotation, so obviously you know go back. Love your damage boost, by the way. Keep on saying it, but it's really great. Lovely heals. It's this one, okay? What ends up happening is you accidentally GA to your Sigma, and this is because, once again, of your GA spamming. Oh, you're safe here. Yes, because we're out of range from the Zarya beams. We're really, what's it called? We are completely fine where we are. Ashe, coach comes up, that is fine. Wait to see where she goes, though, because sometimes Ashes will just coach going up, like, vertically to get, like, a few shots and then come back down, or that we want it to go into a high ground. No, obviously, if she does it up to do a few shots and come down, you don't want to GA there, because obviously you don't want to be, like, what's it called? You don't want to get yourself hurt by her just, you know, just going up and doing that. So you essentially just want to play on the ground right now. Like, you do not want to be going in here. And I feel as though this is what ends up, obviously, you end up, you know, bringing the Valk. I like how you end up, you know, doing the most with it, which is obviously damage boosting the mob. Really well played by you. But it's just, you could have literally done that without the, what's called the thing. Oh, help your Ashe here, though. Help your Ashe. Nice. Ooh. Okay. Really nice Sigma shield. I would have literally flicked, like, because you were about here when you saw the Bastion. Step into this room. Okay, it doesn't matter if your Ashe falls, because your Ashe is currently being really aggressive and obviously being in the LOS. I will literally just flick out into this room and just play here. Okay, just so you once again you're out of that LOS and you're playing safer basically. Because if it wasn't for that Sigma shield, and he like came to focus you, I would have waited a second longer for them guys to back off to then go for the res, so you know it's like definitely okay. Nice super jump backups, obviously, you know, go back to your Ashe. Really nice. Nice heals. Okay, I don't like how you're now still trying to get up to your Ashe right now, though. I would literally just wait for your Ashe to be a little bit less, you know, a little bit more passive before you go up, because right now you're super jumping up into like Hanzo Storm Arrow spam and stuff like that. You either want to make a full direct GA just into this room and fully commit with your Ashe, or you want to wait until she backs off a little bit before you go up to go and help, alright? Because you see how we've just walked completely across this Hanzo still, okay? We still don't want to be doing this. If your Ashe goes in this aggressively, this is on her kind of thing. Like you can try your best, but what's gonna happen is Hanzo's just gonna come directly for you, basically. This has been really aggressive from your Ashe. You want to essentially tell your Ashe, like, hey, this is like being really aggressive. Maybe come and help your Sigma and damage boost, like, you know, for the Rhine and stuff. But you coming out here is really like affecting your positioning right now. Okay? So we talked about damage boosting Sigma Flux, so I'll leave that. We know the Bastions. Oh, okay, we've done this twice now. Remember, we did it the first time pretty much in the exact same spot as the second. Remember that we have to be away from the high ground before we can G ourselves up. That's what we managed to get to the Ashe though, which is really nice. Just the same thing again with the super jumps. Literally, if you want to, if this Ashe wants to play in this room right now, just play him with her, okay? Think to yourself, who is going to be a person that can contest us? Only Kiriko and Hanzo can if they decide to wall climb up to us, okay? Which is going to be very unlikely. So literally, just play in this room. Nice. Oh, okay. If we need to rotate to our team, we need to do it down here. In this scenario, because... yeah, you do it to get picked off, right? And it's all because we're taking too much spam damage because we're not using our cover here. Literally, it doesn't matter if... Because remember, I trust your Kiriko. Like, you know this Kiriko, you can trust your Kiriko. And unless if they start being really run onto like they are in a second, you don't need to be with them. You can literally just stand in this room with your Ashe, and if they do start getting contested, you have to walk down the stairs and ask for someone to meet you, like, back here, basically. But you rotating down here, especially because your Ashe hasn't really got any picks off on the key people that are going to kill you, like the Zen and the Hanzo, we cannot rotate here, okay? We need to stay in this room, alright? But we keep going. I'm just going to grab a bit of my drink as well before we respawn, because my voice is sadly, like, going a little bit.
60 seconds remaining. Making a full recovery.
Sorry, I have been dealing with like a sore throat in this past like few days, so I'm struggling inside a little bit with the VODs today. So heading back, team fight win, which is really nice.
Hello.
Heading back, nice G to Ashe. Love how you cancel it, by the way, really, really nice. With this rotation, I want you to do it like while you face away. And then flick your way over. Just so you're avoiding your head hitbox. Nice damage yourself to Ashe. Okay. We rushed here before the Bastion ult. Whenever there's a Bastion ult, just stay still. Stay still up until he starts firing them down, in which case then we should start looking to rotate and do other things, okay? Because like obviously if you use your GA, Bastion's gonna think to yourself, oh my gosh, that Mercy just used like a movement ability that's, you know, gonna save him from this ultimate, bam bam bam, and you're dead, okay? Keep where you are and stay where you are, which is safe, up until you know he's used all his like shoot like down things, okay? Nice ping up skills to the Hanzo. I don't like this res. I like your escape, but I don't like the res. Let me quickly rewind, okay? So, bit about as well. I feel as though we weren't prepared for the Hanzo ult, right? So obviously we talked about this, right? Nice ping, okay. We know where the Hanzo is now. And you have to think to yourself, okay, if the Hanzo's gonna fire his dragons, where is he gonna fire it? He's gonna fire it like here, okay? So now whenever you hear these dragons, you back away like this because you know it's gonna come for people, right? So back away because we know it's coming. Ashe gets pissed off, that's completely fine. This you should not res here because you know Hanzo's still gonna be alive and you can see him like peeking through. You also have the Zen main and you have the Bastion that's flanking round. At this point, I like how you just GA yourself down, but literally just do a GA down, give yourself that second, and then like literally GA and then flick yourself up here. That is going to be the safest route for you right now. Because obviously the Kiri is going to apply a pressure to the Bastion, and your Sigma is also going to apply pressure to the Bastion in a second, allowing you to make this rotation around, okay? There's all this risk, so this res was extremely risky on your behalf. And then I would stand on the high ground. Because we act as if we dropped for no reason. Nice damage just though right at the end. Really, really nice. And I feel as though we just end up winning it, which is really, really great. Alright, so, Morsnex. I love your damage resistant healing. Your damage resistant healing is great. I love how much you're flicking it on. I love as well when you're flicking it on, it really shows that you really have that beam discipline now, which is really, really great. I love to see it. Reses were okay. There were some good ones, there were some not so great ones. Obviously, we talked about them. I'm not going to go too depth into them. Valks, I feel as though Valks were okay. We could have maybe used them a bit later than what we did. Apart from the last one that we used it because of the map movement and stuff like that. So I think definitely like try not to panic about with your movement. Which I guess comes on to like your bad habits at the moment. Your first thing is your super jump spamming. It started off so great at the beginning where like you were using your cover really nicely and you were using the high grounds. But remember, if we're safe, stay in that space. If you're not being pressured out or if your team is not rotating, you stay where you are and you can just vibe and just stay. There's no need for you to use your GA. There's no need for you to do anything. You just stand there and look pretty and think, hey, I'm doing my job kind of thing, right? Until you obviously, your team either like push up or back off, or the enemy team obviously like start pressuring you and stuff like that, okay? The other thing obviously is the super jump spamming. Stop doing that, because there's a few times where it's got you caught out and it's got you some really bad positioning, or you've been unable to follow through on like certain bits of damage. So I think definitely try to avoid doing that as much as you are. All right. But I think that's probably about it. Morsnex. Last thing is obviously the Glock. Like, try to only get out if you know that you're gonna finish off the kill. But other than that, like, really, really strong. And I think my last final piece of advice, which I guess like something you could take on board if you want to, is I think I would definitely recommend moving off the switch if you wanted to climb a bit more. The switch holds you back quite a bit. But yeah, I'm bad at my crouch today, so I'm trying to get a habit. I'll die more often because of that. Honestly though, like it's better that you get out of that bad habit, because it'll make you so much better with your movement in the coming days. Because I can see that already you're very comfortable with your movement. You're really comfortable with your beams. Your beams are your best thing, can I say? So they definitely just keep on moving forward with that. And if you can switch to a better console, obviously it's money limited and stuff like that. But I think if you want to climb, we do need a better console. But yeah, other than that, Morsnex, that is about it. So please do let me know if you have any more questions. Once again, thank you to everyone on Twitch as well as on YouTube that have been watching this. You guys can get your own VOD views, leave for 5,000 channel points. I do them on my Twitch on Mondays, but I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you all later. Bye!